Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello everyone. So yeah, and this is hilarious if you think about it. The propaganda media is upset that actual physical government, United States government run and owned and operated propaganda outlets are going to become supposedly Trump propaganda outlets when they've traditionally been not even necessarily like propaganda for the US. It's been more for like the globalism and for like Democrats policies, like, these different outlets, like say Voice of America. They've sucked the Democrat dick hard. I mean, you go and you look at Voice of America articles, like you could see back when Trump was president previously, you could see their, the people there, their disdain for him and hate. I mean, it's ridiculous. So now Kari Lake's going to be running Voice of America, and they're like, oh my God. And then other outlets, they're freaking out about, like Radio Free Europe and the one in Asia, I can't think of the name of right now, and a couple others. But these outlets were specifically set up, especially with the idea of the Cold War, they were specifically set up to push propaganda onto foreigners, on foreign nations' governments, their people, and, push the pro-democracy, well, in theory, pro-democracy, but pro-West capitalism, democracy side of things. And this opinion piece here from The Guardian is written by Andrew Gawthorpe, who is supposedly a historian who conveniently neglects to, bring this shit out, and ignoring the fact also in regards to historical context, these outlets were specifically banned, part of federal law, were specifically banned from targeting, because they were propaganda outlets, from targeting, our own people, Americans, with their I don't want to say reporting because it's not the right word, but you know what I mean. Basically, the idea of, their propaganda that's being passed off as reports, news reports. So basically, post-Obama, they started really, pushing like things like to where they were actually getting picked up and given to Americans with social media and search engines, and they were, more specifically looking at the American audience, because why not have government quote-unquote news agencies? Why not have them, feeding the American people a bunch of bullshit? So yeah, again, this is an opinion piece from The Guardian. It's written by this guy, Andrew Gawthorpe. And the title here: the U.S.'s foreign broadcasters may soon be forced to become pro-Trump propaganda. Oh, you mean they're not going to basically, like, attack his shit? Yeah, okay. They're propaganda outlets, you fucking faggot. I hate people like this. I really do. They're so fucking, like, high on their own farts. Alright, and like, their ass stinks to high heaven, and they don't think their shit stinks as a result from, being so used to just huffing the shit and being high off of it. In the lead in here: if first Trump's term is any indication, outlets such as Voice of America and Radio Free Europe will face political inquisitions. Excuse me, you had the deep state bureaucratic fucking, lefty shitbags and the Democrats fighting him on stuff that they had no reason to fight him on, because it was fucking bullshit stuff. It was illegitimate fucking stuff. It was the, things that the government shouldn't be doing, whether it be, morally, ethically, or legally, or a combination of them. So shut up. I mean, this guy is such a fucking retard. I read this and I was like, yeah, I gotta cover this. Donald Trump has never made any secret of his hatred of the press, which he famously calls the enemy of the people. Press watchdogs are already raising the alarm about the ways in which he might use intimidation, lawsuits, and sham investigations to harm the free press in his second term. Independent media organizations certainly have a lot to fear from a second Trump presidency. But there's another group of journalists we should be worried about too. Those who work directly for the U.S. government. Well, if they're working for the U.S. government, they're propagandists. If they're working at, say, Voice of America or any one of those other outlets, those outlets, again, were specifically created, you fucking retard, supposedly a historian at a college or a university. Yeah, you would know this if you were actually one. Okay, and this idea of like, you know, okay, his hatred of the press. When you are sitting there lying about someone, you cannot hide behind the fact that you are the press. All right, you are a fucking lying shitbag at worst, a propagandist at best. You could be a combination of the two. Hell, you could be both. So shut the fuck up. Okay, when the press is doing that, they are the enemy of the people. That's a fucking fact, all right? And this idea of press watchdogs are already raising alarms because why? ABC, Bob Iger signed off, as you know, the CEO of Disney, which owns ABC, signed off on the settlement to Donald Trump because Stephanopoulos lied, you know, slandered him. He fucking defamed him because he wanted to fucking own Mace. I mean, shut the fuck up. You people are so ridiculous. And this idea of independent media organizations, you are not independent, okay? All of you fucks, brought to you by Pfizer. The Guardian had Pfizer ads on its fucking pages, for Christ's sake. Well, you're pushing, the jab is completely safe and effective. How is that independent? When you're fucking hawking and fucking shilling for the vaccine fucking producers, and you're telling everyone when you're taking money from them, the product is 100% perfectly safe and you should be taking this. Shut the fuck up. I mean, and this idea of like, oh, the other journalists that work for the government, you mean government employees that are there to push the United States interests and haven't been doing that. They've been pushing the interests of the Democrats, have been pushing the interests of the globalists. I mean, you fucking retard. I mean, I already want to do a Rocco.
Fucking what the?
Seriously.
Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you two fucking fucks? Fuck!
This is ridiculous.
Certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
This seriously is ridiculous. Anyway, the U.S. government funds a variety of different public broadcasting outlets, primarily aimed at foreign audiences. They are not public broadcasting outlets. They are literally propaganda outlets. They were chartered to specifically propagandize outside the United States. This is a matter of fucking historical fact. I love how, you know, he can't be this stupid. He is just this sleazy and dishonest. He cannot be this stupid. So instead of saying, yeah, these outlets were created for propaganda purposes, and I'm upset that Trump is going to use them to push propaganda that he wants as opposed to the propaganda that the left and the Democrats and the globalists want. Just be a fucking man, you ballless bitch. And fucking own up to that shit. Oh, God. Anyway, the jewel in the crown in terms of reach and influence is Voice of America. But there are other important networks, too, including Radio Free Europe, Radio Free Asia, and Radio Television Marti, which broadcasts to Cuba. The agency which oversees them, the United States Agency for Global Media, USAGM, has a budget of nearly $1 billion and reaches 420 million people weekly in over 100 countries. Numbers that make America's biggest domestic radio and TV networks look like small fry. Okay, and they are specifically there to push propaganda. That's the whole fucking point of Radio Free Europe. Radio Free Europe, you stupid fucking cunt. Broadcasted from fucking Germany. You fucking dumb, retarded fucking cunt into the former fucking USSR. I'm sorry for going up close to the mic like that, but this is just fucking... Ooh! Radio Free Asia. Fucking North Korea, you stupid fuck. China. Vietnam. The whole point of Radio Free Asia was to propagandize the communist fucking countries there and say, hey, capitalism is great, okay? Your great leader, all right, is secretly gay and fucking got other dudes up the ass. They would literally put out articles and radio broadcasts where they would talk shit like that. They were like Tokyo fucking Rose, but for the United States during the Cold War. You stupid fucking retard. Holy shit, that's exactly what Radio Wide Television Marty is for Cuba. Holy shit. You fucking retard. Oh my god. This is why I wanted to cover this, because this guy is such a fucking cock-gobbling cunt. Oh my god. Kari Lake's gonna run this. You mean an actual journalist is gonna be the head of Voice of America? So it might actually do some legitimate fucking reporting instead of pushing the shit that you'd rather it push? Because there were some like anti-Trump shit. Like if Trump did something and it was good, Voice of America would write a contradictory thing when Voice of America is supposed to be specifically there to suck the dick of the president. All right, and propagandize him. It did it with fucking sleepy, creepy fucking Uncle Joe. I mean, Jesus H. Christ, you fucking people. Oh. I mean, these people are fucking ridiculous. And they're like, well, look at how many people it gets to. So you're going to have less reach than Kari Lake, who you all fucking hate. All right? I mean, so much so that 3 elections have been fucking stolen from her. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. You know, Arizona, oh, we can't have her win. Well, now she's in a place where she can do some fucking real fucking damage to your bullshit, to your propaganda, to your fucking lies. And I don't think she's just going to be like running it, you know, and be behind the scenes. I'm thinking she'd get in front of a camera and have no fucking problems. Doing like a segment, you know, the head of the Voice of America or some shit, you fucking retards. You people are sitting here realizing, okay, between this, because you didn't have to worry about Voice of America. It carried water for you fucks, you know, on the left and the Democrats. It carried water for your bullshit. Now it's not going to be necessarily doing that. Most likely not. You have the realization that none of your shit worked with this last election. It was people on the internet, average fucking people, with their reach, and other people with their reach doing the same thing, getting the, you know, the bullshit out there, giving their opinions about it. Big, you know, people in the internet sphere like Joe Rogan and others also help with this shit. And you're realizing, I mean, you fucks sat there, we need our own sides, Joe Rogan, because we're dead, but we need someone to do that. And now you're hyping up that fucking sport ball fucking wife fucking bitch, that leftist bitch. Oh my God, she got more people than Joe Rogan on her fucking debut, you faggot. It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop like a fucking stone. Because, especially now that she's admitted her fucking politics, no one wants to listen to, like, celebrities like that spouting fucking politics, you fucking retard. Well, that's what you're hoping. That's what people like you are hoping for. I mean, it's hilarious how fucking desperate you are with, like, the grip that you have on the flow of information becoming less and less. You're sitting there with your fingertips just barely holding on. And everything's about to fucking fall. You, your bullshit, your lies, your propaganda, your credibility, your trustworthiness, all of it about to go crashing down into like a fucking chasm that's gonna seem like it goes on forever. Because you people are never, ever, ever going to be able to crawl back once the people realize that you are the enemy of them. Because you are. All right, you're not there to report the facts. You're there to push agendas. When they realize that, you're all cooked. Your gooses are cooked. You're cooked. All right, stick a fork in you, because you're fucking done. Anyway, moving on. These outlets have been a target for conservative critics who have felt that they are insufficiently patriotic or too kind to America's adversaries. But during his first term, Trump attempted to weaponize the networks in an unprecedented way, turning them into propaganda outlets for his administration and its brand of far-right politics. And his recent nomination to former Arizona gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake to head the Voice of America suggests he wants to do it again. That's not what he did, because Voice of America was fucking sitting there filleting fucking, Reagan, fucking Big Bush, Baby Bush, between them, Clinton, fucking Obama. Trump gets in, and the TDS fucking, situation makes it so that they're not going to do any of that. And they were sitting there sucking them off, saying how great they were doing, how great their policies were, even the shittiest fucking policies. All right? They fucking put the positive spin on because they were propagandists. These people didn't want to do that with Trump. Trump's like, what the fuck? You can't even report honestly. Never mind, fucking, fillet me. Like, what the fuck? So he wanted them to do their fucking jobs. Now Kari Lake is going to make sure they do their fucking jobs, and they're not going to push the fucking Trump deranged fucking shit and be like, well, U.S. policies, because you'll see the Voice of America, if you go and you look at its reporting historically, okay, very much propaganda, everything the president does is fucking gray, everything the U.S. does is fucking gray, capitalism is great. And it was like that up until Trump. Then it went back with Biden. And you want to play these fucking games, you fucking historian piece of shit? Dude, oh man.
Fucking what the
Jesus fucking Christ.
Fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck!
Well, it certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
They are fucking so upset and like desperate to hold on to the control of the flow of information that they've traditionally had, and which they thought they still had, and they're realizing we didn't have that, man. And they're fucking and they're looking at radio, Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, the other ones there. No longer pushing the same shit as them, and is no longer going to be pushing the same shit as them. And they're like, oh, fuck me. And I will tell you right now, I got a feeling with Kari Lake running Voice of America, it's going to be less of a propaganda outlet, which it is an actual one. This is not some bullshit claim. The whole point of it, be a propaganda outlet. Okay. It's going to be less of a propaganda outlet and more of a legitimate news agency. Watch. And that's one of the things that one of the things they're afraid of. Anyway, Trump's attack on the public broadcasters began in his first term when he sent conservative journalist Jeffrey Scott Shapiro to be sent to be a senior advisor of the Office of Cuba Broadcasting, which oversees Radio y Television Marti. Shapiro accused the director of the office, the award-winning Puerto Rican journalist Maria Gonzalez, of being a Cuban spy, and forced a spurious security investigation to be initiated. Enforced a spurious security investigation to be initiated against her. When Gonzalez later resigned her post, Marty coverage began to reflect far-right themes, including calling George Soros a non-believing Jew of flexible morals and decrying the Islamization of Europe. Really? Okay, you think that's a fucking bad? Holy fucking shit! That's what Voice of America should be doing. George Soros is an enemy of every fucking nation. He is a literal fucking Jewish Nazi who went around fucking helping his quote unquote uncle, all right, the dude that raised him to be a fucking opportunistic Nazi Jew. He went around with them, rounding his fellow Jews up and stole their shit. How the fuck do you think he came out of World War II fucking filthy fucking rich? Oh, because he fucking stole all that shit, you dumb retarded fucking cunts. This is a man that has absolutely no morals. Oh my God, it said these things, but you're taking these things out of context. What was the full fucking quote that it said, you piece of shit? Because I'm guessing it doesn't look as good as you think. And I'm perfectly fine with that. That decrying the Islamization of Europe. Okay, you have complete no-go areas. You have right now, because of the Islamization, okay, you have... And this should be a fucking, this shouldn't even be a thing. You have them in the UK right now arguing over outlawing first cousin loving because all of the fucking fucking Pakistanis, all right, the fucking street shitting Pakistani fucking Islamification of the UK, all of those fucking Muslim worshipping shitbags want to marry their first fucking cousin. And they're like, yeah, NIH is paying shit tons of money because you fucking people are putting out children with flippers and shit, and we don't want to do that, so we're going to outlaw. No, you can't do that because it creates strong family and financial ties. Strong family ties, it creates a family fucking pole, you dumb shits. I mean, Jesus Christ, you have no-go zones in fucking Sweden. You have Islamic fucking gangs with fucking hand grenades and AKs in gun-free fucking Europe, blowing each other up, blowing innocent people up, shooting each other and innocent people. And you want to make that sound like this is a bad thing, you fucking cunt? Holy shit, we truly live in fucking clown world. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anyway, the same problems occurred on even a bigger scale when Trump appointed Michael Pack, an ally of far-right figure Steve Bannon, as the head of the entirety of USAGM. Pack forced out or initiated spurious loyalty investigations against journalists and executives, and he also sought to influence coverage in the newsroom in a pro-Trump direction. As a result, many journalists at the Voice of America feared for their livelihoods and began engaging in self-censorship. So basically, they had to stop pushing their Trump-deranged shit because they're not there to do that. The newsroom is supposed to have been in a pro-Trump direction because Voice of America and all these other outlets that fall under USAGM were literally there to produce propaganda, suck off the president, suck off the country, go, yeah, America, okay? That's their whole fucking point of existing. So you're now going to have these Trump-deranged, bureaucratic little fucking weasels who call themselves journalists now shitting on the country and shitting on the president. And when he goes, hey, enough is enough, they actually had to shut their mouths and do their fucking jobs, and you're like, that's a bad thing? Fuck you, dude. Holy shit. They really don't like that this propaganda outlet that had been pushing the Trump derangement, that had been pushing, these government-funded, government-run propaganda outlets, literal ones, that were there to promote America, promote, its policies, always say good shit about the president and the country. They actually have to do that, and you fuckers freak the fuck out. Yeah. Anyway, like Shapiro, Pack also accused the journalists he oversaw of being spies, and during his tenure, he refused to renew the visas of foreign reporters working at Voice of America because many of these journalists had reported critically on their own country's regimes. They faced persecution if forced to return home. But Pack shrugged off the idea that he had any responsibility for the safety of the brave journalists who made the existence of his agency possible. Well, I'm guessing they were fucking pushing bad shit about Trump and the country. They were there, literally hired to do a job as a propagandist. You are obviously, I'm guessing, overplaying this shit because you're like, oh my God, their visas and stuff like that, renewing their visas. They knew that they were temporary. They knew that they weren't permanent. I mean, you really are trying to fucking make this seem like a bad thing. This is fucking hilarious. And I'm guessing more than a few were spies. Because if you're going to go and spy on a country, good place to go are their propaganda outlets. Because usually the propaganda outlets get the, to give like a 1984 thing, the real facts. Like I don't think it was put this way because I haven't read the book in fucking, God, almost 40 years. Eesh. 30 some odd years. Late, yeah. Anyway. But you've got the real facts and the good facts. All right, and they let the propagandists that are producing, the propaganda itself know what the real facts are so that they don't fuck shit up. And they say, these are the good facts, we want to promote it. So if you're going to be a spy, that's probably a pretty good place to be. Just saying. This is ridiculous. They're so desperate. None of this should be surprising. Trump's appointees acted in line with the president's own understanding of what the media should do, act as stenographers and cheerleaders for his glorious regime, not strive to provide a balanced portrayal of the world as it actually is, which is not anything that Voice of America or anything else that falls under the U.S. What's the alphabet soup? U.S. AGM. None of them do that. None of you fucks do that. All you fucks did was lie for the last 8 fucking years. You lied during Obama, too. But in regards from Trump to this point, all you've done is fucking malign and slander him. You're freaking out because now you fucks are looking at the fact that you can be sued. People are going to start suing you for your fucking bullshit with Trump going after Stephanopoulos. You're looking at the fact that Voice of America, which has been filled with Trump derangement, and that's why Trump put those people in place because, the US AGM was fucking Trump derangement central and was actually going against the interests of the fucking country. I mean, another thing, if you want to be a spy, another good place to be would be in their propaganda outlets and write fucking unfavorable pieces about the fucking country that you're supposed to be fucking propagandizing for, don't you think? I mean, you fucking people. Anyway, they also exemplified Trump's nationalist paranoia, castigating their own employees as spies and traitors. Some of them clearly appear to be. These attitudes are corrosive to what America's international broadcasters should be, a model of objective and inclusive journalism in a world which often sorely lacks both. That's what they were never intended to be. They never will be that. They never were that. I love how this idiot who's supposedly a historian wants to act like these are independent fucking, journalistic integrity filled fucking agencies. No, these are literal propaganda outlets. This fucking guy thinks people will buy into this fucking shit. I mean, yeah, the dumb lefties that read The Guardian will actually buy into this shit that Voice of America, okay, will buy into it that it was a legitimate outlet that was started. Okay, Radio Free Europe, oh yeah, legitimate. Radio Free Asia, oh yeah, completely legitimate. When they were started to fucking broadcast propaganda into communist fucking run and controlled countries. They did the same thing with Africa. I mean, Jesus Christ. Anyway, the pick of Lake to head Voice of America in Trump's second term suggests that more of the same is coming. Lake has already suggested that she would see her role as the outlet as chronicling America's achievements worldwide, and her embrace of unhinged conspiracy theories around COVID-19 and the 2020 election suggests she has difficulty separating fact from fiction. No, she was fucking right. All right, asshole. Everything she said about COVID is what we're now finding out was 100% fucking factually accurate. Just like everyone else that you fucking demonized, that you tried to get removed from social media and fucking canceled, and fucking people like you and Cenk Uygur and all these fucking people were calling for the non-vaccinated to not be put into the fucking hospitals. Let them fucking die. People like you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Okay, the 2020 election was fucking stolen. Deal with that fact, cunt. COVID was used to steal the election. I mean, it's perfectly normal that ballots are being brought in the middle of the fucking night in coolers in Detroit. They were just bringing beer to drink while they were counting, right? Oh, wait, no, that's right. They were supposedly for camera equipment. Perfectly normal to kick out the observers because that happened there. That happened in Pennsylvania and Georgia, all the places that they needed to steal. How convenient. Okay. Is it normal when you're supposed to have observers observing the count to have the person who's running the count go, oh, a water main broke, you all gots to go? Are you fucking kidding me? The election was stolen, you dumb bitch. Holy fucking Christ. And you know, you're like, oh my God, conspiracy theories. No, you're the one that's out of touch with reality. Jesus Christ, you really are a fucking cunt. This is like David Pakman levels of sleazy dishonesty. Because I'm thinking he knows all this shit. Anyway, even more concerning is her attitude towards journalists, whom she has described as monsters, who ought to be defunded. Well, yeah, they went after her and did nothing but malign and fucking slander her, you stupid fucking cunt. That's all they did was defame her. Shut up. Holy shit, I'd say the same fucking thing. Anyway, in 2022, she told a gaggle of reporters that if she became governor of Arizona, she would be your worst freaking nightmare. She also famously hates immigrants whose work is essential to Voice of America's mission. No, she doesn't hate immigrants, you sleazy, lying piece of shit. She has a problem with illegal immigration. Pretty much the same problem that overwhelmingly the people, like we're talking almost the very large chunk, the overwhelming majority of fucking Trump's voters are sick of the fucking illegal immigration too. She doesn't hate immigrants. None of us hate immigrants. Like actual immigrants. Because these people aren't immigrants. They are illegal aliens. They broke the law to come into this country. Okay? They're breaking the law and trying to scam the asylum system to get into this country. Okay? They're not even... The government is breaking the law with this rubber stamping shit, with that CBPO, whatever the fuck it's called, CBO, whatever the fuck it is, fucking app. They fill it out. They don't actually do background checks on them. All right. And they go through the line and get sent right into the fucking country, thrown on a bus to go wherever the fuck they want. All right. We don't hate fucking immigrants, and she doesn't hate them. But you're a fucking piece of shit, dude. You got nothing. Oh my God. They're so fucking desperate because they're losing more and more of a grip on like the flow of information. And this is a big one. Because outside the United States, these outlets are actually like looked at like they said by a large number of people. So they're not going to be able to use them to fucking propagandize against, say, Trump or his policies. And that really fucking pisses them off. It really fucking pisses them off. Anyway, Lake is also known for her fanatical loyalty to Trump. As a result, she and whomever Trump ultimately picks to head US AGM might take inspiration from Project 2025, which suggests that American public broadcasters be placed directly at the command of either the State Department or White House National Security Council, turning them into little more than pro-administration propaganda. That's what they've always been. That's what they're supposed to be. That's why they were created. That's why the US AGM was created, was to run propaganda outlets, you fucking dumb fuck. Oh!
Fucking what the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do
fucking A? Fucks. Fuck!
Well, it certainly illustrates the diversity of the...
I mean, this guy is so fucking dishonest. They are literally propaganda outlets. They were created to be propaganda outlets, but we're going to try to say that they were normal. No, they just were pushing the propaganda that you liked, and now that there's going to be people in charge that aren't going to allow the propaganda that you like, you're fucking pissed. Admit it, you fucking, like, feckless fucking cunt. Holy shit. In Trump's first term, his attempts to corrupt America's public broadcasters were resisted by Congress, the courts, and brave staff at the agencies themselves. So basically what you're saying is Democrat judges and Democrats in Congress, and leftists in the fucking government fucking, bureaucratic leftist fucking, quote unquote, reporters got their panties in a bunch because they were no longer going to be able to push the shit that they wanted. And they, or like in regards to the courts, the shit being pushed that the other two groups wanted. That they would like too. That they would want being pushed too. Wow, that doesn't mean a fucking thing. Holy shit. Anyway, this time around, we can hope that these same forces will marshal themselves in order to protect the public broadcasters. Protect them from what? They are not broadcasters. They are propaganda outlets. Oh my God. This guy. But with the increasingly Trumpified Republican Party enjoying a majority in Congress and an activist conservative judiciary emboldened like never before, it's not clear that they will. Every petty tyrant in the world wants a state broadcaster to parrot his propaganda. Trump is no exception. If he gets his wish, it will be an unmistakable signal to the world, coming right over the airwaves, that the struggle for American democracy is faring poorly. All right. This guy, all right, what university? Leiden University. This guy is a historian at the United States at Leiden University. I mean, this guy of the United States at Leiden University. Oh my God, this guy is a fucking retard. And you say, author of a newsletter, America Explained. America Explained. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you stupid bitch. You don't have a fucking clue, okay? Like, anyone can go and look up the history of Voice of America. They can go look up the fact that Radio Free Europe was started during World War II and excuse me. Or was it called something else? But during the Cold War, Radio Free Europe, all right, was used to broadcast propaganda across over the Iron Curtain. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Radio Free Asia, same thing. They are not news outlets. They are not legitimate news outlets. But they're so desperate. They don't like the fact that Kari Lake is going to be running it. Oh, it's fucking awesome. It is so awesome watching these fucking idiots spurg out. But on the same note, it drives me fucking apeshit to watch them try to lie their way out of it. The situation they find themselves in. It fucking pisses me off to watch this shit because, they're like going, oh my God, look at this. They're sitting there lying to your face, being propagandists going, and going, oh my God, this is going to be an attack on democracy, like this asshole tried to claim at the end. Oh my God, this is an attack on freedom of the press. Are you fucking kidding me? Whatever. I mean, we live in fucking clown world. We really do. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here.
If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to, as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.